Alam ko ho, ang dami niyo pong talagang mga kliyente kasi sa galing niyo pong abogado, talagang pupuntahan ho kayo ng mga tao. So, I give you that, I give you that, Mr. I give you that po, Chairman, Attorney Roque.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, as an issue of law.
Mr. Chair, just let's lay down.
Yes, okay, I apologize.
No, you stop talking. Just to remind you again, this is really your last warning. Please don't speak unless otherwise you're recognized by the chair.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Roque.
To me, Mr. Chair, I don't know with Secretary Roque because he seems to be forgetting all of the details that are important in that. Why on earth you keep on insisting that you have nothing to do with Lucky South 99 when one of your witnesses is in fact the executive assistant of Cassandra L. Ong, and yet now presented by all these evidences, are you telling me, Mr. Chair, that with all the experiences you had, you did not even bother, Mr. Chair, to ask whether this certain Ronalyn Baterna is not only part of the Lucky South 99, but in fact now is an executive assistant of Cassandra Ong, who, by the way, again, may reiterate, is under detention by the Indonesian immigration trying to flee this country. Are you trying to tell me that, Mr. Chairman, Attorney Roque? Mataas po yung respeto ko sa inyo, huwag niyo pababain. That all of these things, some of the resource persons here have been hiding from legal screens, circumventing the law. But come out from this labyrinth of lies and to free our streets from all of this illegal activity that was brought out by these transnational crimes as a result of the illegal operation of the offshore gaming corporation.
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
May I invite the attention of the former Secretary, Atty. Roque. I'd like to direct my questions to him. Thank
Please
you.
proceed.
Magandang hapon po, Secretary Roque.
Good afternoon po.
Just to move back a little bit, from the previous committee hearing that we had, and this is born out from the exchanges when I asked you about your participation in offering legal services to Whirlwind. Do you confirm now, Mr. Chair, that you represented Whirlwind in an ejectment case filed sometime in August of 2023?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I confirm that. As in fact, I've submitted documents to the committee.
Yes. And is this case now currently being heard in the Court of Appeals?
A decision was rendered. We had filed a motion for reconsideration, which remains pending,
And
Mr. Chair.
Yes. And would you confirm, Mr. Chair, Attorney Roque, that the this case was commenced through the filing of the petition for annulment of judgment with application for temporary restraining order and writ of preliminary injunction dated on August 29, 2023. Would you confirm, Mr. Chair, Secretary Roque?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Qualifying that earlier we had filed a motion for the Regional Trial Court of Angeles City to recall its writ of execution,
Yeah.
and that was filed second week of August.
Okay. So, but notwithstanding that this already been filed before the Supreme Court, and I'm citing this particular case that I'm bringing out in the open, would you confirm, Mr. Secretary?
Yes, the petition
Yeah.
was filed. It was a petition for annulment,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Also, we presume, Mr. Chair, that as a seasoned lawyer, such as yourself, Mr. Chair, that we presume that the petition must be verified, and also it is also inclusive of that petition, Mr. Chair, is a verification. The verification, Mr. Chair, is a statement, Mr. Chair, inclusive of that, under oath regarding, number one, the truthfulness of the filing, the truthfulness of the case, of the allegation of the pleading, and that the pleading was filed in good faith, and that the allegations are supported by evidence. Do you support this, Mr. Chair?
That is a requirement of the courts, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So the statement and the petition were sworn to before you, Mr. Chair?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair.
So the petition, Mr. Chair, of the statements in this petition was sworn to, meaning it has all the necessary attachment, including the signatures, etc.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, Mr. Chair, did you affix your signature in this petition?
As one of the lawyers that prepared the petition, yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So you are also aware, Mr. Chair, that well, I'm sure you're aware of this, that under the revised rules of court, the signature of an attorney constitutes a certification that the factual contention in the pleading have evidentiary support. Do you confirm this, Mr. Chair? I'm sure this is just a regular administrative requirement or processes. Would you confirm that, Mr.
That
Chair?
these are facts borne by records
Yeah.
and as relayed by the clients at the time of filing.
That all the documents attached therein are all supported by evidence. Am I correct, Mr. Chair?
Well, not supported by evidence because the language, Mr. Chair, of the verification is not that it is all supported by documents, but the language, if I'm not mistaken, is that I am the person who is authorized to file, has authority to file, and that it was not intended to, that he is not guilty of forum shopping, and that the contents thereof are true and correct of their own personal knowledge.
Yeah, so that would also include, of course, some witnesses as required by the courts in filing this petition. Am I correct, Mr. Chair?
Yes, witnesses as provided to us by our clients, Your Honor, at the time of drafting and filing the petition.
So, Mr. Chair, may I ask, Mr. Chair, when you filed this petition, was Cassandra Ong as a witness, Mr. Chair?
Yes, she signed as a corporate secretary, and she also, I think, executed an affidavit, but I do not have the files with me right now.
Yeah, but she was, at this point in time, in 2023, she was, I guess, already part of Whirlwind Company. Am I correct?
Yes, she signed as corporate secretary of Whirlwind.
Let me just refer to the documents that I have here in my possession, Mr. Chair. This is based on the sublease agreement entered into between Whirlwind Company and Lucky South 99. That date is very important, Mr. Chair, because at this point in time, under the sublease agreement, which was signed on January 5, 2021, and this is 2 years before the filing of that petition, Cassandra Ong is already now part of Whirlwind Company, previously from the Lucky South 99. So you confirm, Mr. Chair, that Cassandra Ong is also one of the witnesses whose signatures are fixed in the petition?
I am not aware, as of time of filing of the petition, of the contents of the sublease agreement between Whirlwind and Lucky South because it was not material to the ejectment case.
No, I'm asking, Mr. Chair, I'm just citing you the date because at this point in time, when you filed the petition, Cassie Ong, which whose signatures are fixed in the petition, was already part of the Whirlwind Company and previously was part of the Lucky South 99. Now, I do not need your confirmation in this because I have my documents here. I want you to ask a question. Very simple lang po, Mr. Secretary, because I know you're one of the attorneys and, due diligence, I'm really, I would really believe that you really done your homework and you really gone through all these details, Mr. Chair. So, you confirm that Cassie Ong was one of the witnesses in the filing of this petition?
She signed and verified the petition as corporate secretary of Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
we confirm that.
We're on the same length. This is the
Yes.
same Cassie Ong, Mr. Chair, that is now being detained by the Indonesian immigration, Mr. Chair, a couple of days ago, fled the country with the former mayor, Bambam Mayor, Alice Guo, Mr. Chair, whose investigation by the Senate is also ongoing. So this is the same Cassie Ong, Cassandra Ong we're talking here, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
No,
That's
just
the
I don't,
Yes,
that was not a question. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Mr. Secretary. That was just an information that I wanted to share to the public. Now, also in the same petition, you also have Ms. Ronaldine Baterna as witness. Am I correct?
I do not recall who the witnesses were included, no? But all the witnesses had to execute affidavits. But the truth of the matter is I was not personally the one who drafted the petition. I read the petition, I signed it, I was responsible for the theory, but I'm not aware of all the evidence that were appended to it. I did not take any statement from any witness, and I signed the pleading after it was prepared, and after it had been verified by the not plaintiff, but by the petitioner.
Well, so that's so unfortunate, Mr. Chair, because earlier I was asking you about just an administrative processes of filing a cases, and you have even enlightened me that there must be a truthfulness in the
Yes.
petition, that everything it's been filed in good faith, and it also be supported by, according to you, not the word is not really evidence, but the regular. You have the witnesses and the lawyers. I'm confused, Mr. Secretary, because you didn't know that Ronaldine Baterna, who at this point in time is now the corporate secretary of Lucky South 99, also is one of your witnesses that you yourself have filed and signed part of the petition, Mr. Chair. So, nandito po siya, Kaya nga po nagtataka, bakit hindi niyo po alam?
Hindi
Dahil,
ko-
yes, please.
I do not know what other titles she had. But as a lawyer, we prepared the affidavit for the witnesses. They affirmed their affiliation. And if they lied under oath, that is their lookout.
Yeah,
It is
but-
not
okay.
the responsibility of the lawyer to make sure that everything that the witness says in a sworn statement is the truth, because we only warn them you could be persecuted for perjury if you include a falsity.
Okay,
Mr. Chair.
I give you that, Mr. Chair, Attorney, because hindi naman lahat tayo ay nare-remember po natin yung mga nakaraan, di ba? Alam ko ho, ang dami niyo pong baka ang dami niyo pong talagang mga kliyente, kasi sa galing niyo pong abogado, talagang pupuntahan ho kayo ng mga tao. So, I
Hindi
give you
naman
that,
po.
I give you that,
Hindi naman
Mr.
po.
I give you that po, Chairman,
Hindi naman
Attorney Roque, that you may forgot that Ms. Ronalyn Baterna is one of the witnesses whose signature is affixed in the petition that you filed before the Supreme Court, before that's now pending in the Court of Appeals, na kayo po you are representing Whirlwind Company, no?
Yes.
Andito po sa akin. You don't need to...
She signed po as a Whirlwind employee.
So what confuses me still, Secretary Roque, is that at this point in time, going back to your previous statements, and you said you had nothing to do with Lucky South 99, hindi ho ba? Tama po
Yes.
ba yun? Yeah.
Yes, I have nothing to do with Lucky South 99.
Okay. And that you were representing only Whirlwind Company, no?
Yes, Mr. Chair, only Whirlwind because the case involves only Whirlwind Company.
Yes, and the Whirlwind Company is material yung filing of the cases because it involves also the lessor and the lessee, in this case, Lucky South 99. And I'll
No,
Mr.
Mr.
Chair,
Chair,
I'll
I'm
take
sorry, as an issue of law.
Mr. Chair, just
Mr. Chairman,
mamaya po,
Mr. Chairman,
let's
just-
lay down.
just-
your
Yes,
guidance.
I apologize.
No, you
I
stop talking.
apologize.
Just to remind you again, this will be your last warning. Please don't speak unless otherwise you're recognized by the chair.
Yes, Mr.
Mr.
Chair.
Roque.
And may I also remind our resource persons to please, when you reply to a question propounded by a member of the committee, please address the chair. Thank you.
Thank you. So what is confusing to me, Mr. Chair, up to this point, is that Ms. Ronalyn Baterna is, according to the petition, is an employee of the petitioner and an executive assistant of Catherine Cassandra L. Ong. So that this is to me, Mr. Chair, I don't know with Secretary Roque because he seems to be forgetting all of the details that are important in filing in the filing of this case, ejection case. Catherine Ronalyn Baterna, who now, this is 2023, is now the part of Lucky South 99, also signed as a witness as an executive assistant of Miss Catherine Ong, which, if we follow the sublist date signed between Lucky South 99 and Whirlwind Company, si Miss Cassandra Ong is nasa Whirlwind Company na. So bakit ang tanong ko, ang ordinaryo na tao, maganda ho dahil hindi ako abogado, Atty. Roque, kanina nakikinig po ako sa mga tanong ni Congresswoman Luisto at Congressman Migs Nograles. Medyo nawawala din ho ako. Buti na lang, hindi ako abogado. But I'd just like to find out that why on earth you keep on insisting that you have nothing to do with Lucky South 99 when one of your witnesses is in fact, according to this record, truthfulness sinabi according to the rules of court, is the executive assistant of Cassandra L. Ong. Yun lang po hindi ko maintindihan, no? Mr. Secretary. Now, it proves to say, and I don't know if you still could maintain your position that you have nothing to do with Lucky South 99. I'll give you that, no? I'll give you that. But the point that we want to arrive at, Mr. Chair, is that unang-una, Lucky South 99 and Whirlwind Company, as provided to us by several documents, the sublease, this petition, it only arrives into a conclusion which is very simple. Though they may be different entities, but they're run by the same people. We cannot deny and we cannot assail these documents, Mr. Chair. You know, the only way for us to move forward and move out from this labyrinth of lies and this cobweb of deception is to go back to the documents that we are in possession, Mr. Chair. So again, let me ask po, did you, Mr. Chair, did you know that Miss Catherine Ong, Ronelyn Baterna, who poses as part of the Lucky South 99, affixed her signature in the petition, claiming to be the executive assistant of Cassandra Ong, who is at this point in time is a member, is already now part with Whirlwind Company, which you represent.
What I know, Mr. Chair, is that this person who executed this affidavit claimed to be an employee of Whirlwind. And I had no indications to doubt her statement that she was an employee of Whirlwind, because at this point, the case was involving Cruz and Whirlwind and did not involve at all Lucky South. So I had no reason to inquire into Lucky South because Lucky South was not a party to the ejectment case.
Mr. Chair, I'll take your explanation as it is, no? But the reason why I am bringing this up, Mr. Chair, because you've been filing cases before the Supreme Court in your seasoned lawyer, and if we follow back, and if you go back to the previous pronouncements, which you even publicly said in most of your statements through media and in this forum, Mr. Chair, you stated that you have nothing to do with Lucky South 99, and that in fact you said na mas gusto ko nga kinuha nila akong abogado eh. Kasi nung ni-raid sila, marami akong pupwedeng kasuhan sa kanila, 'di ba? And yet now, presented by all these evidences, are you telling me, Mr. Chair, that with all the experiences you had, you did not even bother, Mr. Chair, to ask whether this certain Ronelyn Baterna is not only part of the Lucky South Whirlwind Company, Lucky South 99, but in fact now is an executive assistant of Cassandra Ong, who, by the way, again, may reiterate, is under detention by the Indonesian immigration trying to flee this country. Are you trying to tell me that, Mr. Chairman, Atty. Roque? Mataas po yung respeto ko sa inyo, huwag niyo pababain.
Well, Mr. Chair, it was a sworn statement. As lawyers, we remind all parties making sworn statements that they could be criminally liable for any falsity. We cannot guarantee that witnesses who execute affidavits will in fact not lie. We can only warn them, and that is what we do as lawyers.
Okay, we can discuss here, Secretary Roque, until Judgment Day, but these documents will not deny the fact that Ms. Ronelyn Baterna is assigned by you as one of the lawyers, is the executive assistant of Cassandra Ong. So we have proven, Mr. Chair, based on these documents. I'm not basing anything from anybody or any opinion of any of these members of this committee. I am basing my judgment and my conclusion on the documents that I have in my possession. So if we follow the trail of all this possession of these documents, Mr. Chair, we've proven, number one, that Baterna is a corporate secretary of Lucky South 99. That she is both an employee of Whirlwind as well as the corporate secretary of Lucky South 99. You know, it's, to me, how can you enter into a sublease agreement when in fact you yourself, among you, you're the one calling the shots and you're running the affairs of all these two companies? You tell me, if you can give me that answer, then you're smarter than me. I mean, come on, let us not fool each other. Dalawang tapos they're posing as, as different, but and number three, Mr. Chair, we have proven, Mr. Chair, that the subject of the indictment case is the same property subject to the sublease agreements between Lucky South and Whirlwind. May I ask, Mr. Chair, Secretary Roque po, di ba sublease po ito, no? So, ibig sabihin may mother lease po?
That was the subject of our litigation. That was
Okay.
the only relevant, Mr. Chair, to our litigation. The
May-
lease
you have-
contract between the owner of the property and Whirlwind.
Sige, would you know po, can we require, can we request, kung meron pong yung mother lease agreement?
It is appended to the petition, and it's downloadable, Your Honor, from the Court of Appeals.
Okay, thank you for
website.
that. And thank you for that information. That makes our job a little easier. Thank you.
May kulanong salita na ang ibig sabihin dito ay ang pagkakaisa. Bunyog Party List. Halika na, Bunyog Party List ka na. Halika na, Bunyog Party List ka na.
Sa susunod, ang atinang suportahan, Bunyog Party List, nagtataguyod ng katotohanan, lumalaban para sa bayan.